Hey, what's up, YouTube gang? So I just I was standing on the porch. I'm gonna show you the video earlier. I'm still new to the video and editing game, but I was standing on the porch taking a video of the memorial celebration that's going on in this town in PA. And I was standing there, and one of the neighbors said, "Hey, go grab yourself something. What are you standing there looking like a rock for? Go, grab yourself something to eat." They didn't know me, and I didn't know them, and so I want to just talk about this myth that communities where houses are 20K, all in under 45K, even lower income houses, or ghetto. It really gets under my skin to characterize people that live in these neighborhoods like that. It bothers me because just because you don't have a lot of money doesn't mean that your community isn't a decent and safe place to live. And this is a perfect example where I invest in Upland, PA, of a good community. And the cost of PA is lower than the national average of the country anyway, but it's very affordable to live here. It's an investor's dream. Even though the price of the homes are a little bit less, the rent that you get is high. It's just one of these ingredients that make it great for an investor. So, for example, a 2-bedroom that I bought for 16 grand, you'll see on some other videos, I've just renovated. I'm all in at 37 tops 38. It's going to rent for $925. It really came out nice, and I'll post a link down to that video so you can check that out. But here you have some of these investors here, and there's one in particular who when I started from the beginning. I used to watch his videos until I came across one that was called Investing in the Ghetto, and I really took umbrage with the way he came across. And turns out, he just came across so condescending, like he was almost mocking these people. His wife was so worried about his safety, chump, in these neighborhoods. I'm sorry, but he just like, as if, first of all, ghetto is a derogatory term. If you want to say investing in lower income neighborhoods, you could say the hood. We refer to these lower income neighborhoods as the hood. This isn't the hood, actually. This is a neighborhood, but neighborhoods that may have a little higher crime rate or whatever. I know where he was going with it, but we call it the hood. We don't call it the ghetto. All right. And turns out this chump was ghetto himself. He was once living in his car. At least these people were living in homes. He once had to live in his car. Now he's such a big real estate hotshot. He want to talk about people in the ghetto. Anyway, so I just wanted to make this video. I went and got something to eat. Look at these beautiful burgers here. What am I doing here? I told you I'm still getting new to this technology. Even though I'm in IT, I just wanted to show you those nice, delicious burgers there. But I wanted to show you and just talk about that these neighborhoods have great communities, and if you have someone, or a friend or something like that in those neighborhoods that can help you with the investing, I say go for it. If you're thinking about investing in these neighborhoods, I would do a little bit of research, try and find some forums where the people from that neighborhood live, ask about it. But always the best thing to do is go to those neighborhoods, interact with the people, go to the town hall, talk to the cops, talk to the mailman, talk to the people that live there, and get a sense of it for yourself to see if it's a war zone or is it just a neighborhood where people are lower working class, but they're able to buy homes, or they're able to afford the rent in that neighborhood, and things like that. But don't be afraid to invest in lower communities on a lower economic scale, because these are cash flow properties. They won't appreciate. Probably sell it for what you pay for it, but over the course of time, owning these things for 10, 20 years, you're going to make a decent amount of cash flow. So I mean, I just wanted to talk about that, and because it really irks me. And then you'll have some of these clowns that get on here and say, "Oh, where are you buying houses, Haiti?" If you tell me you're buying a house for 20 grand, 25 grand, there was a house that I would have been all in at 27. It was a beautiful house. Somebody had passed away in it. It was a little dated, but everything worked. There was a new furnace, and actually somebody, I offered 8 because it's all I had at the time, cash ready. Somebody came in and bought it for 12, and they had to do some work in the street with the plumbing. They put 5 grand into it, and they rent it for 850, 900. I'm not really sure, but I know that's what the rents go for on that side. So I figured they get the top rent, and that's the kind of houses that are out here. Now. You'll have somebody that when you tell them these numbers, they'll have some smart remark like, "Oh, where you buying houses, Haiti?" That's because they're ignorant, and they can't, and just because they can't do it, they want to project their negativity onto you. You do your research. If it makes sense, then you go for it. But if you don't have somebody in the area, then obviously you want to do either a turnkey, or you can have somebody like my company where you can invest remotely. And the difference between doing a turnkey and investing remotely is we're walking through the project together. You're getting updates as things are going on. You know where all your dollars are going. You're getting pictures. You're learning as you go. You're learning these terms. We have meetings at night. We talk about things. Here's a strategy. I have a formula that works, but I value your input. Some people who do turnkey properties, if you want to have input into anything, they don't want to work with you. Now, obviously, as long as we can work together, yeah, that's a must. But I don't see why, if somebody's investing that kind of money into a property, why they can't work with you along, or at least get informed along the way. Hey, this is what's happening. Here's an update on this. Here's what I'm planning to do to this. Here, it's just, it's like you being here, and it's like you already having the knowledge, and it's like you already having the connections with the township, with the police, with the vendors, with the utility people. Sometimes you call these utility companies, they don't know you, or they don't see you have a track record of turning on utilities, turning off utilities. You got to put all this money down. Of course, I turn on utilities, I turn off utilities. So once they see my name, boom, they can get the water on. I walk down to the water company. I know the people in the water company. You need the water on. Sometimes they'll say, "Hey, you want it on right now?" And I'll have to run down to the house and wait for a few minutes for them to come. But a lot of times, sometimes you'll get the gas company, they'll set you up, and I have to stand and wait around in the area for a couple of hours. These are things you can't do. These are things you need somebody to do if you don't live in the same city. However, I make it easy for you to invest remotely and to get high returns, anywhere between 12 and 15% on your money. Now, I know personally I get more than that, but I just don't want to. I want to give you a range and be practical, but don't be surprised if you get more, because that's what PA is. And if you listen to a lot of investors who invest across the state, they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, I have here," and even somebody I admire a lot, Clayton Morris. I was watching one of his videos. He usually invests in Indiana, and he'll tell you he gets like 12, 15%, and then almost as a sidebar, he said, "Oh, I have a house in PA that I get 22%," and I know that's right. But I like to set expectations. I like to under-promise, over-deliver. So you can expect 12 to 15% on your money, and that's with you taking out taxes, capex, things like that. All right, the video's long enough. I'm gonna enjoy this burger. So again, got beautiful communities where you can be all in under 45K, and if you have more money to invest, you get more money on the returns. All right, this is Oscar for Remote Invest, signing out.